Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. I am honored to have been invited to participate in Christmas Craft Off 2024 collaboration put on by Rach and Bella Crafts, and they have designed all the beautiful digitals. My prompt is ornaments, and that prompt really got my creative juices going. I couldn't make just one style. I have made 5 styles for you today in this video. We're going to make one together. Let me show you the other designs that I have created. As I tell you that you could use them for decorating a tree, decorating a gift bag, give as a gift, decorate a junk journal, send it out in Happy Mail, or decorate a wreath, or maybe even a mantelpiece. Oh my goodness, there are so many things that you can do with these ornaments. Let's begin. So what I'd like to do is I'm just going to move a few of these over to the side so you can see a little bit better. All right, what I have here is I have some Christmas little, what do we want to call these? We can call them Christmas tassels. I have added some bells at the bottom of the sari silk that's in red, green, and white with some red lace and some gold net. The sari silk is from Crimson Heart Studios, and I will link her shop down below. And there is a fussy cut piece from the kit and a bell with a bulb pin. Now I have made this on a swivel lobster clip, so this swivels around like this. You could attach this to your satchel, to your luggage, really to a junk journal if you want to decorate the front on the spine. There's so many things that you can do with this. You could pop it into a stocking. You could clip it on whatever suits your fancy. Right there, it just clips just like that. So that's one style that you can make for an ornament. So let's bring in another one. I have these right here. So these are more of a traditional type of look for an ornament. I have a dangle with the bell, and I took the little digital fussy cut tiles here and I covered it with UV resin, and I put sparkles around the edge, a little ribbon, and a gold flat back pearl right there. This one is a fussy cut piece that I UV resin. Doesn't that just glitter so pretty? And it's on a swivel, so this will spin around. It's like that. It goes around and around. You can put this on a tree. You could pop this onto a gift bag. Oh, that's another thing you could do with those tassels. You could put them on a gift bag. So many things that you can do with them. How cute is that? All right, that was number 2. Number 3, I popped out little discs that I covered in gold tissue paper, and then a little bit of gold net, and one of the fussy cuts from the kit. This one has green satin ribbon and some bling with a little loop to hang. Once again, you can pop it on a tree, on a journal. You could pop it on a gift bag. That would be really cute. Now this one I added a little bit of beads right there on the streamers. Really cute. And the red one with the Christmas tree. I think these turned out lovely as well. Now this one right here I made with a coaster. I took one of the round coasters and I covered it with gold tissue paper, and then I cut out one of the fussy cut images. Right here, the little girl with the kitty cat. I put some pom-pom trim on the back, and I made a loop, and I covered that loop to make sure it was secure with a little bit of a piece of bling. I carried that bling around here to the front and anchored that sari silk bow around, kind of in a ruffling pattern. I put some gold glitter around the edge and a star with some gold glitter on the tips and a flat back gem. I think that one's really sweet too. Look how much it glitters. All right, so this is what we're going to make together today. Now here is the larger one. And I'm going to have to lay it this way because it doesn't fit very well. It's a stuffed cornucopia. Oh my goodness, look at that. A beautiful cluster, some dangles with some bells down at the bottom of the cornucopia, and then it's stuffed right here. I've got a tag, and I have another tag, and these are all made with the collage papers in the kit. This one, I just cut that tag down that's given to you in the kit and made it a different size so it will fit. Little bell, and there's that sweet little girl. And then I have a little snowflake. I think I picked these up at maybe Hobby Lobby or maybe the Dollar Tree. I'm not sure where. And there is our hook so you can hang it. And I popped in 2 candy canes. So I used double-sided cardstock, so the inside is decorated as well as the outside. So we're just going to pop this in like this. We're going to put the tag in, and we're just going to build it just like this. Build it as we go. And then the little star. And then of course we're going to pop in a candy cane. Like that. And we'll pop in our other candy cane right here. What happened to my candy cane? There we go. Oh my goodness, I think it turned out lovely. Now, it's a little big to fit on my screen, but with one sheet, you can make two different sizes. So here is the smaller size right here. So it's the same paper, but this one is decorated with silver and blue, and this one is red and gold. And look at the difference from the same paper, absolutely the same. How versatile is that, right? So I'm going to set this right down on the ground, and let's look at this a little closer. So I took one of the dates and I put silver glitter around like that. And I took another piece from the digital kit and I cut it with some sari silk and a bow. I've got this little tag right here. A little bit of bling. Now this is actually a pin and the top broke off, so I just popped it on that tag. I think that looks really nice. I have this tag here. I picked the one in the collage papers that had the blue, and then I had a blue snowflake. And then of course we've got our candy cane, and look inside here. So pretty. And there is our paper. And then we've got a cluster on the front, and we've got our little ribbon dangles on the bottom, and our hanger right here that you can hang on a tree or wherever you would like to hang this from. So let's go ahead and put this all back together just like this. Let's see. I think it goes like this. And then the little one right here, and then a candy cane just to finish it off. How gorgeous. Now, since this one fits in the frame on our video, I thought that we could make this size together. So I have this paper right here, and I printed it on 2 sides. I printed it on cardstock. I'm just making room here, guys, so I can get to my cutter. I printed it on 2 sides, and my paper is 10.5 inches by 8 inches. And what we want to do is we want to cut this paper in, not in half, but we're going to cut it the long way. And we're going to measure this 5 inches. So I think I measured it this way. Yeah, because there's my mark right here. So we're going to cut it from this side to the mark is 5 inches. So placing it in my cutter, we're going to just trim this just like this. Now the larger piece is for the larger cornucopia, and the smaller one is for the smaller cornucopia. And this is the one that we are going to make today. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this corner and I'm just going to chop it off just a little bit. And someone's going to ask me how much I cut off. This bottom right here, almost 2 inches. So you could cut 2 inches off and it would be just fine. So I'm just looking to see how I want this to go. And let's see if I can remember how I did this, because I did this last night. I took okay, just a minute. Let me work with it just a second so I can tell you the easiest way, because there is an easy way to do this. All right, I figured it out. So this right here, we're going to twist it and we're going to put it right here at this corner. So we're going to take it like this and we're going to roll it until this corner touches this corner. Then down here, you're going to squeeze it. So you're going to get this to close up just a little bit more. Now, depending on how wide you want this to be, you might want to consider, I think that looks really good right there. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to take my stapler. Yeah, guys, I'm kind of crazy on the stapler. And I'm going to staple it. Now you could glue it if you want, but I just think it's a little easier if we staple it because you're holding it in place. Now, right here, what I would like to do right here is I'm going to staple right here on the edge, just like that. And then right where this edge is, see right here, I'm going to cut that. So I'm going to cut this piece off. Just like that. And we're going to have our little cornucopia. I think that's super cute. Now the next thing that I did was I brought in, let's see if I can grab it right here, a scrap piece of paper. That's what I've been using. And I have my glitter, and it's ultra fine gold holographic glitter. I bought it at Hobby Lobby. That's where I purchased it. Now you're going to want to use some kind of wet glue, whether it's white school glue or your art glitter glue, but I don't think a glue stick's going to work very well. And what we want to do is we want to place our glue on the inside right here. So I'm going to put a bead of glue like this, and then I'm going to put a bead of glue like that. Then I'm going to do it on the front. So that's the inside back. And we're going to put some right out here, up here on the front. So follow it around the edge of your cornucopia. And then I'm going to put some right here too. Right here at the bottom. And I'm actually going to go all the way around at the bottom. Okay, I've got that all on there. Now I'm going to open my glitter up and I'm going to tap the glitter on top of my glue here. I'm going to turn it, so I'm just making sure that I really get all this glue covered up. Alrighty, give it a tap, and absolutely gorgeous. Now, to get this all back in, we're just going to pull up the edges, and we're just going to pour it right back into our container. Give it a little tap. Alrighty, so we've got that done. Now, I have made one that's completely dry. So here it is, completely dry. Now, if you're having trouble getting some of the glitter off, you can get a paintbrush and you can just brush this and it will come off a lot easier. Give it a tap. See all that glitter that came out? So a dry paintbrush, and you just kind of push it around, and it really helps get that extra glitter to come off. All right, so we've got that part done. Now let's go ahead. I'm going to wipe this glitter up. All right, let's talk about how we made this right here and how I made this, as well as the base to our cluster that goes onto the cornucopia. So what you will want to do is get yourself some scrap cardstock, or maybe even just regular old cardstock. I used tissue paper box, and if you want it to be smooth, then that's how it looks when you glue it on. And if you want it to be all crinkly like this, you take your tissue paper. This happens to have some stamping image on it, but that's okay, just showing you. I crinkled it up like this, and then I spread it out. And I actually took my school glue and my water, like I do, and I painted it on with a paintbrush, and I glued this down, and I let it dry completely, and it turns into this. Okay, so that way you can have a base. I have a couple of punches. For this ornament, I used this punch, and it is 2.5 inches, and it looks like this, and it gives me this punch. And for I use this for the large cornucopia, and for this, okay. And then for the smaller cornucopia, I use my little flower punch, and that's what we're going to need. We're going to need a punch. So let's punch one out, because we're going to be decorating our cornucopia. On my larger cornucopia, I use this fussy cut image right here, and that's that house right there. On the smaller one, I just used a satin ribbon flower right there. But I thought that we could go ahead and use one of these images on our small cornucopia. We have all kinds of images here. The dogs, the snowmen. Oh, the snowmen are super cute. They're not too awfully big, the snowmen. The little elves, they're very sweet. Goodness gracious, what do we want? Or the tree. All right, so let me trim this out, and we'll see which one we'd like to use. I decided to fussy cut the truck out and the Christmas tree. I'm thinking the truck is really cute, and I think I would like that truck on there. But let's try the tree. So here's the tree. It's more traditional. I think the truck kind of pops, especially on this paper. So let's use the truck. Now, I have already made a little bow from Sari Silk. I have added some bells onto some Sari Silk strips here. Okay, so they're just strips that I've glued some bells onto. I have a little piece of this plaid fabric. Thought that was cute. I have some poinsettias. I have some gold net right here. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and let's put our tuff down here. in the bottom of our cornucopia. So what I would like to do is I'm going to get a piece of net. Now, I don't know. I think this smaller piece will be nice. And I'm just going to kind of fold it so it's kind of in this shape. And I'm thinking I need to glue that in, but I think I might glue all of this together first and then pop it up in that opening down below. Maybe something like that. And then I can pop this in. So I actually think I might be able to staple it. Ha! You guys, I'm using staples so much more now. Okay. All right. I stapled it all together. Something fell in my trash can. Oh, my beautiful scissors. I can't have them in the trash can. All right. So now that's all stapled together. You can see that. I'm going to bring in my hot glue gun. It's going to make this job go a little easier on camera. So we have our opening here, the bottom of the cornucopia, and we're going to be placing our fabric cluster that we made right up inside there, just so it comes out. I'm just looking at it before I glue it in there just to see. I think maybe I turn it this way. Do I want it this way with the gold showing or the other way? I'm not sure. Oh, I like it better with the gold showing. All right, so maybe, will it fit down in there? Oh, it sure will. I'm going to place my glue gun down inside and then I'm just going to glue it. So I'm gluing my cluster that we made. You see it down in there? There we go. Now it's all glued in. I think I will trim this off right here. I don't think I need it sticking out like that. Super cute. All right, we've got the bottom finished. Now let's make our cluster. So we've got our truck. I have a little bit of net here, the gold net. Maybe if we do something like this, we're going to need maybe a little bit of ribbon. Here's some of that cute little checkered ribbon. Maybe just a tiny bit. I'm not sure. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe something like that. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to glue this net down. And I'm going to glue it down in a way that it has a little bit of movement. So I'm going to kind of scrunch it up and then push it on there. So it kind of comes up a little bit. There you go, you can see that. And I think I'm going to get it to come up a little bit on this side. So I'm going to push it up here like that. Okay, and then let's see. I think we're going to need a little bit of this cute little plaid ribbon. I'm trying to think of where I picked this up at. Big Lots. That's where I got it. Big Lots. It wasn't very much either. So let's see here. How about maybe something like that? I don't know. I want these flowers somehow on here. I don't want to cover the truck up too awful much, but maybe a bigger piece. Maybe a little bigger. Not sure. We'll try it out. Yeah, I think a little bigger. So I'm going to glue this down like that. And then let's pop, turn it a little more. Let's glue this down. Now still have to consider this has to fit on top of here. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so cute. But I'm thinking that Yeah, I'm not sure I like that loop right there. I think I'm going to do another loop and put it down below. I'll show you what I mean by down below. Do another loop. Maybe put it down below like this or like this. I'm not sure. Let's see. Didn't quite like that right there. Let's see here. That looks more like a bow, doesn't it? It sure does. Okay, let's pop that right on there. I'm not going to move it. I'm just going to add my glue, press it down, and press it down over here. Then let's add our glue and let's put our truck on there. I'm still testing it out here to see how it's going to look. I think it's going to be great. So I'm going to add my glue and press my truck into the glue. Do it a little bit on this side. There we go. All right, so we've got this built on to our base. Remember we covered it, well, it was covered in a gold tissue. Now I have these poinsettias. Now I would like to add a little bit of gold to these poinsettias. You won't believe how much it will just make it pop. And I'm looking for my paper that I was using. Here it is. I got it. It will turn these poinsettias into, well, just take it to another level. So how I'm going to do this is these flowers have individual petals, and I'm just going to select a couple of them, and I'm going to kind of line the petal with glue. I'm just going to select a couple of them. Maybe even this one that's kind of bent up. Maybe this one. How about that one? Okay, just a couple. It looks like a mess, doesn't it? It's just like, Cathy, what are you doing, right? But it really turns out super pretty. Maybe this one right here. Okay. Now, once again, we're going to get our glitter and we're going to put it on there. Just like that. Don't be chintzy with your glitter. You can always get it back into your container, what you don't use, not being wasteful. And then I've got my brush. I'm going to just tap it, and look how that just really takes it to another level. It is so pretty with that on there. I'm going to quickly put my glitter back into my container before I lose it or I spill it. Yeah, that would be me to spill the glitter. Then let's go back to our cluster. We've got it right here. And let's add our poinsettias on here. Now, do I want two or do I just want one? I'm not sure. Let's bring, now you're going to push this down just a little bit. You're not creasing it. You're just telling the paper to be just a little flatter right there. I actually think I might glue this on now, and then I can decide exactly where I want these poinsettia. Maybe one or two. I think maybe just one. They're kind of big for the little cornucopia here. Yeah. Isn't that cute, guys? I think that's super cute. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to take my point, I'm going to line it up on a grid, and I'm going to, so it's fairly straight. Then I've got my truck, and I'm going to add my glue to the back of my base that we made the cluster. And then I'm just going to pop this on, and I'm going to push it down so it gets glued on. It will also hold your cornucopia a little flatter on the front, just like that. Super cute. Super cute. I'm also thinking that it might need a touch of, I don't know, a little red here possibly. Maybe not. Maybe so, maybe not. I'm not real sure. I'm thinking yes. For some reason, to me, it just feels like it needs to have a little bit more red right down there at the bottom. Don't need that silver piece in there. Let's see how this is going to look. Somehow I got silver ribbon. It was on my glue gun, I guess. Okay, and then if I pop this here and I put this on here, yeah, I really think that it needs that. Maybe not so much, maybe just a little bit. Maybe I'm getting carried away with how much I'm adding. The poinsettias are already red, but I just think it needs a little something else. I don't know. Maybe just a piece like that. Maybe some more net. I don't know. It feels like it needs a little something. I'm kind of a little bit at a loss of what I want to put there. No, no more net. I'm just going to glue it on. I'm just going to not worry about it and get that glued on. That's super cute. It is super duper cute. All right, so now you're going to want to stuff it. Now I have already prepped a few things. And, oh, I also cut this out and we could pop that on there. We could pop it right there. Oh my gosh, that looks pretty cute. I know I've covered up the whole thing, but oh my goodness, that says Merry Christmas. I think that's pretty doggone cute on there. Maybe even that way. I'm going to glue that on. This is I think it's a ticket that comes in the kit. I fussy cut it out and then I just glittered around the edge. And it just took it to a whole new level. The colors are perfect. Absolutely perfect with this truck. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. All right, we've got our cornucopia, which is beautiful inside and out. We need to put our loop in here too. I've got a regular standard hole punch, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over here, and we're going to be placing two holes, one on top of the other in line with each other, and maybe one about right here, and one about right here. And by adding two holes, it's going to enable our cornucopia to hang just a little straighter. So I'm not sure if I put it on top. If I went in the hole this way, one way it holds it a little straighter than the other. We're just going to have to test this out. Oh yeah, perfectly straight. Holds it perfectly straight. Alrighty, so I've got that in there. So I took my end and I put it down to the inside and then back around and then up. And then I'm going to give myself enough ribbon that I'm not struggling to get a knot tied. I'm going to tie a knot right here, just like this. Give myself a nice loop. And I'm going to leave the streamer, the little tassels on the top. That's pretty cute. All right, so we've got our hanger on there. Now I've got a tag. Now these come in with the kit, and I cut them down on the side because this cornucopia is like this, so it's going to need to fit down inside. And I just decorated a little bit. I did back my cardstock with another digital from the kit. I had to cover up the sticky that came with this star, and so I just used another piece of scrap from the digital. And we've got this one. Look at that poinsettia, so pretty. And then I put some gold on this little snowflake and a white gem in the center. And like I said, I'm not real sure where I got this, Hobby Lobby or the Dollar Tree, or I'm not sure where, but I'm sure you can pick them up somewhere. Very inexpensive. Very, very inexpensive. So I'm going to pop it inside here like that, just to be part of the decoration. Have it stick out a little bit. Oh, it's beautiful already, right? And I think this is my larger tag. And let's put this one in, and maybe this one next. And then this little one with the pom-pom. Maybe we go this way. I don't quite remember how I made this. I think I'll stick a piece of net down in here like that. And then, of course, we're going to want to stick a candy cane in there. And there you go, a stuffed cornucopia. Oh my goodness, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Just like that. You guys, I do hope you check out the digitals over in Rach Crafts. I will link that down below for the kit. It's a beautiful kit. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.